was watching a YouTube video last night of a runner running a marathon in a wow location, expecting to feel inspired and wanting to sign up myself, even though my own ultra training has me at max capacity. Instead, the runner kept saying things like, "I'm the last one, this is unbearable, it's too hard, I can't do this, I'm so alone, I can't wait for this to be over." And it made me sad, this incredible race experience, and she was hating it. She'd done the physical training, had a solid fueling strategy, knew all about the race logistics, but she'd missed the piece on mental training. We train to challenge ourselves, to grow, to cross the finish line with pride, not to wish the run was over, right? But if you've ever caught yourself thinking the same thing during a run or a race, you're not alone. Today we're diving into how negative thoughts creep in and practical tools to shift them before they take over. Welcome back to your Running Coach with GMacSpurr podcast, the show where we explore the mindset challenges every runner faces and how to turn them into breakthroughs. I'm Gillian, a running mindset coach, and today we're going to focus on something every runner encounters: negative thoughts during training or races. We'll talk about why they happen and, importantly, how to work through them so you can enjoy your running more and perform better. Negative thoughts during a run or race, they happen to everyone, even the most experienced runners. Sometimes it's subtle, a little self-doubt creeping in when your legs get tired. Other times it hits hard. I'm so slow, I can't do this, I just want it to be over. Watching that runner last night, I felt a sense of sorrow for her. She was physically capable, she'd trained, she'd showed up, but mentally she was on a one-way ticket on the struggle bus. And this is the reality for many runners. The mind doesn't automatically cooperate with the body. So how do we work with it? How do we stop negative thoughts from taking over? There are 3 key mindset tools I often teach: reframing, process focus, and gratitude. Let's break each of them down. So the first one is reframing. And reframing is about catching a negative thought and turning it into something neutral or empowering. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm the last one, I'll never catch up," you can reframe it to, "I'm here, I'm moving forward, and every step counts." It doesn't mean ignoring reality, it means noticing the thought and consciously choosing one that serves you. A practical tip here: during a tough run, pick one reoccurring negative thought. Then ask yourself, how could I rephrase this in a way that helps me instead of hurting me? Repeating the reframed thought during your run can actually help calm your nervous system and keep you moving. I was out running this morning doing some tempo intervals, and halfway through my brain got loud. My reframes were, this run is supposed to challenge me, I am stronger than this moment, I'm getting better with each step, and I kept repeating these over and over and over. Now the second one is process focus. When you're in the middle of a race or hard training run, it's easy to fixate on outcomes: finish time, pace, ranking, numbers typically. But this can make negativity spiral. I'm behind, I'm never going to hit my goal, I'm going too slow. Instead, when you notice your thoughts getting negative, shift your attention to the process. Focus on your breathing, your cadence, your form, the feeling and sound of your feet hitting the ground, or even the scenery around you. Your brain can't think about 2 things at once, so give it something else to focus on. Stop looking at your watch. Run present, focusing on the moment you're in. Now the third one is gratitude. This might sound a little soft, but it's incredibly effective. When you pause to appreciate your body, your training, or even the fact that you get to run, it changes the mental tone. For example, you might think, "I'm grateful my legs are carrying me today," or "I'm thankful for this stretch of quiet trail." Even 10 seconds of genuine gratitude can interrupt a negative thought pattern. It's like a mental reset button. You're telling your brain, I notice what's challenging, but I also notice what's good right now. And over time, gratitude becomes a habit that strengthens resilience, not just on the run, but in life itself. These 3 tools, reframing, process focus, and gratitude, are simple, but their power comes in consistent practice. Like building endurance in your legs, training your mind takes repetition. And the more you notice negative thoughts and consciously work with them, the less they control your runs and the more freedom you'll feel in the sport that you love. Now, imagine I am running alongside that YouTuber I watched last night. She's saying, "This is so hard, I'm the last one, I can't wait for this to be over." Here's what I might say or ask to help her shift her mindset. So I would ask her to check in with her body. Like, how are your legs feeling right now? What's one thing your body can do for you in the next minute? This helps bring attention back to the present and away from the spiraling thoughts. Another one might be reframing her thoughts. So I might have said something like, I hear you saying this is so hard. Let's rephrase that. What could you say or think instead of "this is so hard"? Maybe it's "I'm strong in moving forward step by step." Something just offering a new perspective in that moment helps the mind relax. Another one could be focusing on small wins. Let's aim to get to that next lamppost and then the next. Can you celebrate that mile or kilometre we just finished? Breaking your run or your goal into micro goals makes the run feel much more achievable because you're just focusing on one small pace. And the final thing I could have done was inspire with identity. Like, remind her that you are a runner. Remember all the miles you've logged in training that brought you here. That's who you are. Reminding her of her identity reinforces confidence. Even a few words, a question, or a gentle reminder in that moment can interrupt the negativity loop and help the runner reconnect with her strength. Now, in each podcast episode, I like to give you a few journal prompts so you can dive a little deeper into what we've just been talking about. So go grab some pen and paper or use the notes app on your phone. Ready? So the first one is, what negative thought keeps showing up during your runs? What negative thoughts keep showing up? And then once you've got a list, ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have that it's not true? This is really good to reinforce the message that what is on repeat often actually isn't true or real. And then once you have that, how could you reword this thought or thoughts in a way that empowers you rather than discourages you? So this is a really good exercise to do in advance of running. So then you're armed with what your recurrent thought is, the evidence that it's not true, and then what you can then say to yourself that empowers you on the run instead of thinking about that negative thought. And then the final two questions are, what small victories did I achieve on this run, regardless of pace, distance, weather? What are you celebrating? And then what about this run am I grateful for, even if it was a really tough run? So the final two are great prompts to do after every run, good, bad, and ugly. So if you struggle with negative thoughts on your runs or want to take your mindset to the next level, I invite you to join the Runner Identity Project. This is my signature 3-month program where we tackle mindset challenges head on, build unshakable confidence in training and racing, and help you step into the runner you've always wanted to be. Head on over to the show notes to learn more about TRIP. Let's make your mind your greatest running ally. Thanks for listening. Happy running. See you next week. Bye for now.